Whether you're a tech enthusiast, industry professional, or just curious about the future of AI Agents Unleashed will keep you informed and inspired. Buckle up and get ready to unleash the potential of AI.
Happy almost New Year's Eve, everyone. You know, while everybody else is getting ready for the countdown, we're diving into the world of AI.
Yeah.
Specifically, a new way to judge those AI agents we keep hearing about.
Right. Those increasingly capable AI agents that seem to be everywhere now.
Exactly, and they're only getting more complex, right? So our guide for this deep dive is a research paper
Oh, cool.
from Meta AI and Cost. And get this, they've developed this thing called Agent as a Judge.
Agent as a judge. So, like, AI is judging other AI?
Mm.
That's wild.
Wow.
But why even bother creating a whole new system?
Yeah.
I mean, don't we already have ways to see if AI is doing its job?
That's a great question, and that's really what got me hooked on this paper.
Yeah.
Because you'd think we'd have this figured out, but it turns out the old way of evaluating AI, like just checking if it succeeds or fails, it's kind of like just looking at the final score in a game.
Right.
You miss all the action and the strategy that got them there.
Totally. It's like grading a student only on their final exam score and ignoring everything they learned along the way.
Exactly. Especially with these AI systems that are doing more and more these days, we need to see how they're thinking, not just the outcome.
Absolutely. And that's the thing with traditional methods. They often just focus on that end result.
Yeah, did the AI do what it was supposed to do? But that doesn't really tell us the whole story, does it?
Nope, not at all.
Yeah.
Especially with the complex multi-step AI systems being built these days.
So it sounds like we need a way to give feedback throughout the process, not just at the finish line. But wouldn't that take forever?
It would if we were relying on humans for all of it.
Oh yeah, human evaluation is expensive.
It's super expensive and time-consuming. The researchers mentioned that they had 3 experts spend over 86 hours just evaluating the agents for this paper.
Wow. Yeah, so that's where this agent as a judge thing comes in, right?
Exactly. The idea is to use AI to evaluate other AI. Think of it like a peer review system for AI, but happening continuously.
Oh, that's a really cool way to think about it. So instead of humans reviewing every step, we have AI agents providing feedback, making it much faster and cheaper.
Exactly. And get this, the researchers found that it was like 98% cheaper.
98% cheaper? Wow. But okay, let's be real here. If it's that much cheaper, are we sacrificing quality for speed?
That's what I thought too. But the research actually showed that agent as a judge performed just as well as human judges.
Really? So we can have our cake and eat it too. That's amazing. Okay, so how do they even test this? Do AI agents get graded on their judging skills?
That's where the DevAI dataset comes in. It's a bunch of tasks specifically designed to challenge AI agents in realistic scenarios related to AI development.
Okay, so it's not just some made-up problems. They're actually doing real AI work.
Exactly. One of the tasks was all about speech emotion recognition.
So like being able to tell if someone's happy or sad just from their voice.
Yes. The AI had to listen to audio recordings and accurately identify what emotion was being expressed. And here's the cool part. DevAI goes beyond just giving a final score.
So there's more nuance to it than just right or wrong.
Way more. It has these hierarchical requirements, which means that agent as a judge can actually give feedback at each step of the process.
Oh, I see. So it's not just saying you got it right or you got it wrong. It's actually giving feedback on the technique, the approach, the reasoning.
Yes. Like imagine those detailed judges' notes you see in Olympic figure skating.
Oh yeah, like needs more height on the triple axel.
Exactly. They actually tested this out with 3 open source AI agents, MetaGPT, GPT Pilot, and OpenHands.
So did each AI kind of have its own judging style?
You can definitely say that. Each one had strengths and weaknesses. For example, OpenHands, while being the most expensive in terms of processing power, was super concise with its judgments.
So it was like the efficient judge, straight to the point.
Yeah. It's like it was having this whole internal dialogue, weighing all these factors, and then delivering a clear, focused judgment.
Fascinating. It almost sounds like AI is developing its own personality as it learns and evolves.
It is, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. The researchers believe all this back and forth between AI agents, the judging and the learning could lead to this flywheel effect.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued. What exactly is this flywheel effect? And what does it mean for the future of AI? I guess we'll have to find out in part 2.
Definitely. It's a good one.
Awesome. I can't wait. Okay,
Yeah.
so before we got sidetracked, you were telling us about this flywheel effect. How does that work exactly? And what does it mean for AI?
Right. So imagine a flywheel, that heavy wheel that builds momentum as it spins.
Yeah.
The more you push it, the faster and more powerfully it rotates. The researchers think that this constant feedback loop between AI agents, the judging and the adjusting, could create a similar effect in AI development.
So as AI agents evaluate each other and then learn from those evaluations, they start improving at a faster and faster rate.
Exactly. And that rapid improvement could lead to some really amazing breakthroughs. We might see AI systems that can solve problems we haven't even thought of yet,
Yeah.
all thanks to this self-reinforcing learning loop.
That's kind of mind-blowing. But it also makes me wonder what happens if they get too good. I mean, could we lose control of AI development if these systems are evaluating and improving each other without much human input?
It's a valid concern, for sure.
Yeah.
But it's not about some Hollywood scenario where robots take over. It's more about making sure we don't lose sight of human values as AI becomes more influential in shaping our world.
Right. So how do we make sure that AI development stays aligned with human goals and values, even as these systems become more autonomous?
That's where ongoing research comes in and a lot of careful consideration.
Yeah.
We need to develop ways to steer this flywheel in the right direction.
So it's like we need a really skilled driver to harness all that power and make sure we don't end up somewhere we don't want to be.
Exactly. It's not just about building powerful AI. It's about building AI that serves humanity.
Okay, that makes sense. So let's bring it back to the research. The Meta AI and Cost team created this agent as a judge framework and showed that it works. What are the next steps? What needs to happen before this becomes a common tool for AI development?
Well, there's still a lot of work to do. For example, we need to figure out how to make agent as a judge more robust. Think about it like any judging system. There's always the potential for someone trying to cheat the system to get the results they want. We need to make sure these AI judges are resistant to that kind of manipulation.
So how do we make sure that these AI judges are making fair and objective evaluations, especially as the systems they're evaluating become more complex?
That's a really important area for future research. We need to understand how to design AI judges that are impartial, transparent, and accountable. It's about building trust in these systems so we can confidently rely on their judgments as we move further into this age of AI.
Well, this has been a really thought-provoking conversation. We've talked about this new approach to AI evaluation, the potential benefits, and even some of the potential risks. What are your final thoughts on this research and what it means for the future of AI?
I think this research is a big step toward a future where AI systems aren't just tools. They're active participants in their own development. We're just starting to explore this new way of thinking about AI, and I think it has huge potential for speeding up AI progress while keeping human values front and center.
It sounds like we're on the cusp of something really transformative in AI development, and it's up to all of us to make sure this benefits everyone. But you know what? We haven't even talked about what this research means for you, the listener. So I think we'll save that for part 3.
All right, welcome back to the deep dive. So we've talked about how this agent as a judge thing works, the whole flywheel effect, and all the big questions this raises. But let's make this real. What does this actually mean for you, the listener?
Yeah, let's get practical. So one area that really jumps out is education. Imagine every student having access to a personalized AI tutor that can, analyze their work, provide feedback, suggest resources.
That would be incredible, especially for things like writing or music where feedback is so important. It's like having your own personal expert always ready to help you improve. Exactly. And think about creative fields. Imagine an aspiring artist getting feedback from an AI that's, analyzed thousands of masterpieces.
Whoa, that'd be amazing. It could help them really refine their style and reach their full potential.
Right. And we're not talking about AI replacing teachers or judges or anything like that. It's more like augmenting their expertise and making those insights available to everyone.
Okay, so it's about making expertise more accessible. That makes sense. But could this go beyond education and the arts?
Definitely. Think about scientific research. AI could analyze data, identify flaws in experiments, maybe even suggest new research directions that humans haven't thought of yet.
Wait, so AI could actually help us make scientific breakthroughs faster?
It's possible. These AI judges could be like tireless research assistants, helping scientists analyze tons of data, find patterns, all that.
That's so cool. But wouldn't that make human researchers kind of obsolete?
Not at all. It's all about collaboration. AI would just be another tool that amplifies human ingenuity. It's like having a research partner with a super brain who never sleeps.
Yeah, that's a much better way to put it. So it's not about replacing humans. It's about giving them a powerful ally.
Right. And like we discussed earlier, agent as a judge could really change how we develop AI itself.
Right, because as AI gets more complex, we need better ways to make sure it's doing what we want it to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need ways to evaluate performance, identify biases, and just make sure AI is aligned with human values. And as AI systems get more and more sophisticated, agent as a judge could be the key to keeping up.
So AI judging other AI, it's not just some cool idea, it's becoming essential.
Right. Especially if we want to make sure we're building beneficial AI, not just AI for the sake of it.
This has been a fascinating deep dive. We've learned so much about agent as a judge and its potential impact on all kinds of things. Any last words of wisdom for our listeners as they navigate this crazy world of AI?
Just stay curious. AI is changing so rapidly, and there's always something new to learn. Don't be afraid to ask questions, challenge assumptions, and think critically about all this technology. The future of AI is being shaped right now, and we all have a role to play in making sure it's a good one.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into agent as a judge. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking those tough questions.